as a entrepreneur, as someone who's building a business, there are so many areas that we have to take care of, né? And marketing is one of them. When do I know that it's the right time to invest my resources and my energy, my effort in marketing? And when do you think is a better time to work on a product or work on myself or work on any other part of the business?
Boy, that's a great question. Yeah, we've only got 24 hours in a day and we've only got so much money. The limits are very real. And yes, at some points, it's better you just take a break and I'm going to develop this product to sell. This is the tough part. I'll just say there's different phases and stages of business, right? In stage one, this is the kind of innovation, experimentation phase. And we're just constantly experimenting. We're trying all sorts of new things. We're working with all sorts of different clients. And at this point, the money is not enough to sustain you, probably. So you're either just eating rice and potatoes all the time, or you've got a part-time job, or you're living on savings or whatever. But in the beginning, it's just almost no money. At stage two, there's a kind of concentration that starts to happen. We start to figure out a niche. We start to figure out what our thing is. We stop trying to be everything to everybody, and we're starting to hone in. And at that point, we've got this kind of cash flow, up and down, up and down. And so we'll focus on our marketing, and then we make more money. But then we start focusing on developing a product. But now we're not marketing, and some cash flow goes down. And it's a real roller coaster. But if you're willing to keep riding it, then you do transition into phase three, which is more this wave. Flattens out quite a bit. And now you probably have a part-time assistant or two. You're really starting to build a business and everybody's getting paid well. It's sustainable, it's working, and the cash flow is a little bit more even. And then at stage four, you've become a business owner and you could walk away for 6 months and everything would keep going in the business. So not everyone wants to get to stage four, but let's just say stage three is at least the goal for a lot of entrepreneurs, right? So then how do you get there from stage one? And it's just going to be a bit of a roller coaster is one of the bottom lines. But what can help get you there faster, one, approach your marketing ethically, because the unethical marketing bites you in the ass. You do this stuff that's pushy and aggressive, manipulative, and it gets you bad word of mouth. It's no good. So this is, to me, the foundation. Second, really think through your niche. Really dig into that. If anyone wants free help on niching, if you go to marketingforhippies.com/puttering-prep, PUTTERING-PREP, there's some free exercises on that. But that's helpful just to think about who you want to reach. And then you got to think about your point of view and really articulate that. How do you see things and be honest about it with the marketplace? Fourth, think through your business model. What's the structure of your business? And then fifth, this idea of hub marketing. And instead of just trying to reach people cold, trying to find out where do your people already hang out and go to those places? Who are they already connected with? Connect with those people. So I imagine that as a pyramid, biggest at the base. But the reason I lay all that out is get help with those things. If you want to go faster, I would say those are the 5 in that order, roughly. But if you want to go much faster, get a coach, get somebody who can help you. If you try to wing it on your own, it's going to take so much longer to get there. Let's just say, though, from stage 1 to stage 3 is about 3 years if you're really hustling. To get it to a sustainable cash flow, it's about 3 years. That can take much longer if you're going to be unethical. You're not going to pick a niche. You're not going to, ever share your point of view, and etc. That'll take longer, or you never get there. But if you focus and you do those things, even on your own, probably 3 years. But with help, possibly faster. But at least very solidly within 3 years, I think you should have something that'll sustain you and a few others. And yeah, so in terms of then, how do you know when is it time for marketing versus a product? I It's just hard. I don't You kind of figure it out as you go. Oh, I need money. I guess I need to start marketing again. And then, the cash flow starts to come in. But what I would recommend to people is keep things very simple in the beginning. I mean, in the beginning, it's just a outrageous, wild experiment with lots of things. But there comes a point where I would just, for the sake of simplicity, you pick one target market, you pick one niche, and you pick kind of one offering or a very simple sales funnel. Really easy. Keep it, okay, do an intro workshop, have a weekend workshop, and then there's a coaching program, for example, as a very simple model. And you do that intro workshop everywhere you can. You get interviewed on a lot of podcasts. You invite people, and at that intro workshop, you tell people, hey, I've got this other program, this weekend thing, and or my coaching program. And people come to the weekend, you say, if you'd like to work with me more in depth, here's a coaching program. But I would just have it be as simple as you can on one group, one offering. This helps make those decisions easier, because once you've got the sales letter written, for all these things, once you've got the basic marketing system set up, or with the intro workshop, okay, I've got a list now of who might be willing to host it, and I just reach out to them, and I've got the outline. I could do this workshop in my sleep. I already have the write-up for it. I've got the social media posts that a host could use. It gets much, much easier once you have all that set up. But what happens so often is people are always doing new things. Oh, I've got a new workshop. I've got a new offering. And every time you do a new thing, it's so much work, because you got to write the sales page. You got to come up with the curriculum for it. You've got to try it and learn from it, get feedback, get testimony. There's so much. But if you have the same thing and you're just willing to do it over and over and over again, these concerns diminish quite a bit about when do I focus on marketing, when do I develop the product, because you already have the product developed and you're just improving it over time. But that's already there. So then you can put more time on the marketing. And eventually, of course, the goal is you don't need to put any time in marketing, because it's mostly word of mouth. I don't know. That's what comes to me. It's a tricky one. It really depends, I suppose.